Good morning. Good morning, people. For those of you who do not know, my name is Nicole Miller. I am the author of How to Overcome Heartbreak, Recovering from Misguided Love, and this week I've been doing a mini-series on how to overcome heartbreak. Basically, I wrote a book, which is available on Amazon, and it just talks about my own... someone's a little loud over there. It just talks about my own emotional pain, my own struggle, and how heartbroken I was. Hey, Fiola, thanks for coming back. All right, they're leaving. Aww. So I just wanted to give you guys tip number 3 of how to overcome heartbreak. So when you're heartbroken, often it feels like someone played you. I'm doing well, Fiola. It feels like someone played you. It feels like they dumped you, they ended the relationship, and you feel betrayed. Good morning, Kareem. And it's difficult to ever imagine that you could feel kindness towards that person. Thank you. It's hard to believe that you could feel kindness towards that person ever again in life because they hurt you so bad. But what I found on my journey of overcoming heartbreak is that when we hold on to unforgiveness, it keeps us from our healing. Unforgiveness will settle in and dig roots of bitterness, hatred, and malice. So if we do not choose to forgive that person who hurt us, we will never fully heal. So tip number 3 of overcoming heartbreak is forgiveness. So when I faced heartbreak, I was blessed in that it was actually not difficult for me to forgive. I understood that I needed to forgive to be fully healed, and I wanted my healing more than anything. But if you are struggling with forgiveness, I want to give you guys some helpful tips to remember. Number 1, understand that you yourself have not lived this life perfectly. You yourself have either hurt someone already or you will hurt them in the future, and you will need forgiveness. If you're unable to forgive others, then you yourself are unworthy of forgiveness. So kind of just realizing your own flaws and weaknesses to say, hey, I'm not perfect. You know, I probably hurt someone or will hurt someone. Number 2 is to give yourself time. Don't think that you have to forgive them immediately. Let yourself go through the grieving process. But there will come a point in time in your healing journey that you will need to forgive if you really want to be fully healed. And number 3 is to surrender them to God. If you are holding on to unforgiveness, you're giving that person power over you. You're constantly thinking about them, and they're ruling over you. They're influencing you, and they're changing your personality because you're harboring this thing against them. Amen, Fiola. Holy Spirit is helping you. Really, He is the only way that we're able to forgive that deep pain. It has to be a supernatural thing. So if you let go and trust God to avenge you, then you can fulfill your God-given purpose without distraction. So I just want to give a recap on the mini-series that I'm doing this week on overcoming heartbreak. You're right, Theola, you got it. Tip number 1 is time. Give yourself time to heal. Do not jump into another toxic relationship. Tip number 2 is community. You need support during a time you feel weak and vulnerable. You need others to speak truth into your life when all you hear are lies. And tip number 3 is forgiveness. Forgive that person just so you will have freedom and for your own well-being. So when you forgive, it's never really about that person. It's about you. It's so you don't hold on to toxicity in your heart and your mind, and it's corrupting your nature and your character. So those of you who missed it, my name is Nicole Miller. I'm the author of How to Overcome Heartbreak, Recovering from Misguided Love. It is available on Amazon. You can visit my website, www.overcomingheartbreak.net, to learn more about the book. You can visit my blog site, www.betterthanwine.net, where I blog frequently. And I hope to see you guys more often. I'm going to be doing some more periscopes on the things that I'm learning about relationship stuff. And I just hope that these keys have helped you. I did keep the other periscopes available so that you can view those on time and community. Thank you, Fiola, and I'm definitely keeping you in prayer. I know that it's so difficult when you're in that season of hurting. It feels like the pain won't end, but I just want to encourage you that it does. And that if you do it with God, He can work it for your good, and you can actually be a better person after. And if you desire to, you can learn from it, and it can be a part of your purpose. So that's pretty much my story. and just want to help people that have similar situations. You guys have a great day. Happy Friday. Get it in. And hopefully I'll see you again soon.